I'm Bob and I'm the Managing Director of Collins Construction. So my involvement is I'm overall responsible for business activities. So we've been working with David and the club probably since October really in developing the plans. So we've been working with Frankfurt Partnership, who's the designers on this, to develop the design and get the brief signed off by David. So I've been involved in the early stage of it, and I'll be overseeing it with my delivery team who's on site now. So there'll be a site manager who's Ryan, and we have an operational team who'll support the project and see it through to completion.
We've seen an amazing progression in such a short space of time. If you could sort of talk through what your guys are doing now and the progress that's been made so far.
Yeah, so this is week 2 on site. First week was getting the actual job set up, so we call that like mobilisation phase. So that just really means making the actual job secure, so we get the fencing up, we install the welfare facilities, and we install the site offices. So key activities on site over the last week have been reduced level, so that's clearing all the actual vegetation, breaking up the existing tarmac, and then building the levels up with stone. This week we've started to progress the foundations for the main stand. So groundworks will be in the ground for the next 6 weeks. So key activities is getting all the building foundations in, getting the drainage in, ready for the steelwork erection, which commences in August. The actual planning to get to this stage has probably been 12 months in the making, or probably more. So prior to a job starting on site, we do a very detailed design process, which takes us through several iterations of the design. So we've been working really closely with David to sign the brief off and get the specification right. So a lot of work goes into the actual pre-planning side of a construction project. So yes, it's been months of hard work to get to this point.
In terms of timelines now, what does that look like for you, and what are you trying to develop in that timescale?
Yeah, so in the timescales from now until completion, there'll be key activities. So the first is the groundworks, which we're doing now. The second key milestone is getting steel delivered and installed, and then getting the precast terracing installed. After that, then it'll be the concourse area fit out and developing that, getting it fitted out, ready for completion, which is later on this year.
So as this project kind of develops and progresses, what are the immediate next steps for you now?
Yeah, so next steps for us now is making sure the weather stays dry. That'll be great for us, and really progressing what we call the substructure work. So that's anything which is in the ground, so foundations, drainage, concrete slab, and then getting ready for the steelwork erection in August.
Thanks Rob, appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks Joe.